Good morning, sir. How could I help?
Good morning, officer. I've come down the station to lodge an incident report, please.
Yes, what kind of incident?
Well, I was abducted last night.
I see. Were you taken by force?
Well, there was no force as such, but I was taken by them.
And when you say them, who might they be?
They were the aliens.
Right. You'll undoubtedly appreciate, Mr.
Trufo,
that we get a number of people each month with a very similar story. Unfortunately, I have to officially write them all down. What a bore. So, keep the details brief and stick to the facts, alright?
Right, well, I was sitting at home and I'd made myself a Hawaiian pizza, which is the one with the corn and the pineapple. And I get the pizza bases from the small frozen section in the supermarket.
Just to stop you there, next time I want the recipe, I'll be sure to give you a call. In the meantime, can you get back to the incident, please?
Oh, yep. Well, I was just about to tuck in when all of a sudden there was a beam of light in the room and a very strange smell, which at first I thought was the pizza crust because I'd left it in the oven just a little bit too long. But this light hovered directly over me and lifted me right up to the mothership.
Ooh, the mothership. What was it like?
Well, it was a little bit odd at first. I found myself seated at a round table with 5 or so of these funny aliens.
I see. And what were they doing?
They were just having a game of poker.
Right.
I know. I thought it was a bit unusual too, but it turned out to be quite lucky because I've been playing a lot of poker through an app on my phone, which if you're interested, you can only get on Android.
Wow. Thank you so much. Now, what did they want with you?
I didn't know that in the beginning. I was so busy concentrating on my hand, and what I hadn't noticed is that one of the aliens on the opposite side of the table was eating my Hawaiian pizza off of my plate. So they somehow got that as well, which was very upsetting because that's my lucky plate that my gran gave me when I was 8.
This is fascinating, Mr. Trufo. So why do you suppose the alien was eating your dinner?
Well, that's exactly the question I asked myself. I figured out that it's like one of the aliens has ordered my pizza as a delivery for their Friday night poker game. And I think maybe they were like one alien down and needed an extra player.
Yes. Actually, that's really quite plausible. Mr. Trufo, please go on.
So the minute he saw me looking over at the plate, he's reached out with his long skinny arm and quick as a whip slapped me on the cheek, which was quite shocking because I did not see that coming. Well, not surprisingly after that I couldn't look at him for the rest of the game.
Do you have any other injuries on your body?
Well, I don't think so. But what I didn't tell you is that each hand of poker that I lost, which was like every round really, I'd found I'd lost a piece of clothing.
Right. So the aliens were playing strip poker.
Yeah, well, I wasn't best pleased about that, as you can imagine. It's not exactly fair when none of them was wearing any kind of clothes themselves, so they had nothing to lose. Anyway, last thing I remember is being down to my boxer shorts and then waking up this morning.
In your bed?
Yep.
Were you fully clothed?
No, more like naked.
Oh, you don't think they might have...
Yeah, I know they did. Thieving little aliens nabbed my clothes and my plate.
Phew, I thought for a minute there you were... Right, we will report your belongings stolen. And for the record, Mr. Trufo, I am now a believer. Thank God you're okay.
Yeah, thanks. Just upset about my plate, really. It had a lot of sentimental value.